Live from Eorzea.
Limit Break. With your hosts, Nero.
Now behold the horror you have wrought.
Kahlo.
I said don't take your clothes off.
Juxtaposition.
I don't get it.
Ascalia.
Holy shit, totally forgot about him.
And Mika.
Oh my god.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Limit Break Radio. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Aniro. I want to thank you for joining me. We are Limit Break Radio. A radio returns. The one time we said it right.
A radio refreshed.
And we are back for Final Fantasy XIV. We are happy to be here, and so happy that you would join us here on Twitch this afternoon, this evening. And, yeah.
Can I just say, that's a really good introduction. I feel like this is the first time we've ever done this show.
My name...
I feel excited.
My name is Aniro.
There's no reason to be excited, but you just did a really good job with that.
Thanks.
We don't give you props enough, but good job.
Thanks, man.
And I think overall what that means is you're really slacking on the previous ones, and you kind of suck when you're doing that. So maybe next time, and from now on, you can turn it up and, just do it with that much oomph from now on.
I think it feels like the first time because you haven't been on a show in how many episodes?
We haven't done a show in a while. It's been since before FanFest. Oh yeah, and yeah,
I called it the last one.
Kahlo, it's been like 2 months since we've heard from you.
It took me 2 tries to call in, but I got through.
Oh, okay. So we're just supposed to roll out the red carpet when you can't grace us with your presence.
No, but I did grace you, and you didn't roll out the carpet. That was the problem. By the way, he's also joined by me, Kahlo Landis.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Everyone cares about juxtaposition. I'm here too.
Juxtapositions.
You might not be able to see me because I'm a ninja.
What?
Blue. You're blue, right? Yeah,
Bulk?
Blue Hulk.
She's Bulk.
I'm gray.
Oh, Gray Hulk. We're joined by Gray Hulk.
Oh, Glok. Glok.
So welcome to the show. Thanks for doing the intro, I guess, Kahlo, and stepping all over me.
No, you did a good job. I was letting you know.
Okay. I don't believe anything you say. I take everything you say as sarcastic or hostile at this point. So
no, that was sincerely. You did a good job,
right?
And the reason that I think I noticed is because you do such a shitty job with all the other intros. So do better, is what I'm saying.
Right.
See, there you go.
It's encouragement.
That sounds like back to normal.
The bar.
There's the underhanded comment.
I like to think of it more as a backhanded compliment.
So welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Twitch. We are live streaming right now on twitch.tv. If you are listening on the podcast and you want to be a live participant in Limit Break Radio, you can do that. You just got to catch the show on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. Go there, give us a follow, and you'll be email alerted every single time we go live, whether it's for this show or
single goddamn time,
or whether it's for live streaming Final Fantasy XIV like we've been doing recently. And right now I'm going to flip over and we're going to flip over to the studio. Hey, there's the studio. What's up? Hey, look at all of these lovely people sitting around and watching our podcast.
We got an audience
Nero
already.
Isn't going to say it, I will. Juxta, thank you so much for updating our studio and getting rid of the whole Martha Stewart vibe it has going on and getting us a more updated, fresh, hip look.
Martha Stewart
nice
vibe?
What?
Where did that come from?
You're welcome.
What?
She's a convict.
What are you talking about?
I didn't know that.
How do you not know that?
No, I knew that.
She went to
Really?
jail.
What? Where have you been?
I knew that.
That was like a decade ago.
He knew that.
He knew that now.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't hear it in his voice at all the first time.
So thanks for joining us today. We're going to be talking about patch 2.4. But before we get into today's show,
which, by the way, 2.4 apparently a very small patch, according to some of us.
we'll get
Yep.
into
We'll get
you
into
will
that.
find out later,
See?
but patch 2.4 has been a very boring patch.
You
Small.
guys give me shit in our private LBR host chat for this all the time. But when I say save
the
it
hell?
for
We're not even talking
save it
about
for the
you.
show, when I say save it for the show, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. We're already 2 steps ahead of ourselves. God damn it.
Save it for the show.
Save it
It's
for
not
the
my fault.
show.
It's not our fault that you're so slow.
Oh my god.
Stay current.
We'll take a few steps back.
Okay, so before we get into the topic today, which will be 2.4 reactions, I do want to say thank you and give a huge shout out to Diamond Multimedia, who our lovely in-game graphics are now provided by. So thank you to Diamond Multimedia for their generous donation of a new graphics card, and they've got a giveaway currently going on at their Facebook page. So head on over to facebook.com and search Diamond Multimedia and get entered. And you could win a brand new Radeon graphics card, ATI graphics card. So thank you so much to Diamond Multimedia for sending us a new graphics card and making our stream look all nice and purty. We are working on other upgrades. I want to send, while I'm at it, I want to send a huge shout out to Celio Riverwind for the generous donation of some new RAM. I'm running a slightly older hardware configuration, and so I've been trying to crowdsource some new equipment, and we've been able to do that quite well. So shout out to Celio Riverwind. And what?
Why aren't I a moderator?
You're not a host anymore.
Yeah, because you're fired. Nobody told you.
Make me a moderator.
What, right now?
What were
Yeah,
you gonna, what
right
are you gonna
now.
do?
I need to moderate.
What do you-
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. What can I change by being a moderator?
Absolutely nothing.
The title?
Okay,
Don't
to be
worry about
honest, I just want to be able to kick Ryuichi out and stuff like that.
That's why you're not a moderator.
Yeah.
And,
this is
and
why.
do things to Kyle. Kyle!
Kyle! Huge shout out to Kyle, by the way, who they're
Not a shout out to Kyle.
Yeah, shout out to Kyle.
We just shouted out to Kyle.
We just did a huge shout out to Kyle. What the fuck are you talking
always
about?
Gets shout outs. Come on, he doesn't need another one.
Kyle!
See?
I had
all
to
these
take my headset off for that. Ow.
Oh my god, stop being a pansy.
It hurts my ear.
Why don't you turn down your headphones then?
You guys, when she talks and whines like this, you do imagine her giant Hulk character doing that, right? Giant Nika cowering in the corner of my ears.
See, look at my character cry. She cries very, very womanly tears.
Very femininely, is that the word you're looking for?
No.
Womanly.
All right. All right. So that takes care of all our thank yous. Again, Diamond Multimedia and also to Celio Riverwind.
Oh, wait, can I give
for
some
our
shout-outs?
Recent hardware upgrades, I guess,
Wait,
if you want.
Okay, yes, I want to give a shout out to my new favorite Link Shell members. I don't know
Origami
if we're supposed to
and
have
the other
Link Shell
person.
members or not. If they're like kids, where you're not supposed to have a favorite, but I do. Origami and Aki, 2 new members that we just got, are
What's
my
their full
favorite
name?
Link Shell members because they are always on and ready to take me through stuff whenever I want to.
Hey, Kahlo.
They don't.
Hey, Kylo. What's
What?
Aki's full name?
If you give me a minute, I can look it up.
Yeah. Oh. Huh.
But they don't suck,
Oh.
and what I mean by that is when we get in parties with them, they don't create some type of weird planetary alignment where we just wipe to everything. I'm looking at
So
you.
okay,
Ryan.
all right, so wait, okay, hang on. I want to
We have Link Shell members on here.
I want to take a second. I want to take a second, and I want to talk
Yes.
about that because
Okay.
because people have been watching. People have been watching us stream, and we've been streaming a lot of the new 2.4 content, and they've also been watching us fail a lot, and
That happens.
yeah, it does happen.
No, not like this.
But I want to put.
This
not
is
like
bad.
this.
This is bad.
Parts
This is
of,
so bad.
some of them have been very, very, very
But
bad.
to be fair, to be fair, okay, it's always and only when you put Juxtaposition and Ryuichi in the same party. I don't know what it is, but that's the only time it ever happens with me.
That I have noticed that trend, but I'm going to put forth a small theory that because I want to give our Link Shell members the benefit of the doubt here. I think that we are being trolled on purpose because it only ever happens
when we're
streaming. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people are like self-conscious then of like themselves or their player performance, which they don't need to be. You don't need to be. It's not that big a deal.
There's only like dozens and dozens of people watching you, judging your every move, noticing that you're using your mouse to click your abilities.
That's only on our side. That's really the only people that are judging your player performance are the actual person that you're watching.
Then how come when I do stuff with Juxta and Ryuichi and we're not streaming, we still die and fail?
Oh, because you're bad.
Because it's Ryuichi.
Because you're bad.
Ryuichi.
No.
Just Juxta. It's
okay.
fine.
See, I don't have that problem.
Me neither. Because when I'm with Ryuichi alone, we get through stuff pretty easily.
Yeah.
It must be you, Kahlo.
It must be Kahlo.
It's Kahlo.
Kahlo,
you're the bad. We figured it out.
Then why doesn't anything bad happen when I go with Ori and Aki, or when I go with Miri, or when I go with Ryoku, who is not Ryuichi, by the way?
Because they're carrying you.
So what you're saying is that Ryuichi and Juxta suck too much to carry me?
No, I'm going to say that they actually don't give enough of a shit to carry you.
Yeah, get your own shit done.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I seem to recall an afternoon when I came home and Kyle was like, "Hey, Juxta, come on, you gotta carry me through all these EX primals and shit."
And how well did that go? You didn't do it.
Yeah, because we didn't carry you.
Didn't do it. Because what? I think it's
because get your own shit done. We did that when it was...
we watched S.H.I.E.L.D. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah. We did that shit when it was somewhat current.
What?
EX primals.
Yeah, except for Ramu. But anyway, yeah. So my personal theory is that they're trolling us. That's my personal theory. So
you really think that Ryuichi is that clever?
Yeah, it is Ryuichi.
All right, so let's move on into today's topic, and that is our reactions for patch 2.4. So now,
just too tiny.
So it's been now what, like 2 weeks? Has it been 2 or 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
We're on week 3.
Yes.
Okay, so we are on week number 3 of patch 2.4. A lot of big additions to Orzea. New job, new class. Some people are already through leveling it, as evidenced by our
Red Ninja
Red
Juxta.
Ninja. Yeah.
Day 1, full augmented Koga. If you don't have it, you're not a true ninja. #.
Question, is the choice in color some type of deep dormant desire for you to be a red mage again?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was probably subliminal.
Like
he
a
didn't even know.
thing?
Yeah, he didn't even know that was happening.
He's like, no.
Oh.
He had no idea. You just blew his mind. You should see the look on his face. His mind is blown.
My mind is blown.
Well, there you go. You're welcome.
God damn it.
He's like, I'm just a red mage in disguise.
Now I have to deliver red mage when it comes out.
So we've also seen the final coil of Bahamut. We'll talk to Nika about that. 3 new dungeons.
Right,
3 new dungeons.
Really, I mean, I feel like we should have someone who's finished it and knows what they're doing.
Someone who actually does the end game content.
Bahamut, like three parties.
All right, so it shouldn't be hard to find them.
3 parties in all servers.
But lots of additions, story additions, the new Shiva battle, Shiva EX. Ultros, yes, new Hildebrand quests as well. So that's pretty much a quick overview of everything that was in 2.4. We've had a good 3 weeks playing it. So why don't we start? Juxta, man, what do you like about 2.4? What are you digging?
I like a little tiny thing called Ninja.
A little tiny thing called. I expect most of your time and effort has been devoted to that.
Pretty much, yes. And it's the best thing ever. It's really great that they finally added another melee job. So now we have 2 melee jobs in the game.
What? Wait.
What? We have ninja, and now we had monk, and now we have ninja.
And dragoon.
The what?
That's cute.
That's where that was going.
That's
Dragoon
cute.
is actually a good
It's,
melee, but actually ninja.
Oh,
Nika,
yeah.
Nika, look.
Escali's not here.
It's-
You don't have to.
It's cute when you pretend to be people, but it's unnecessary, okay?
Okay, well, here. So, Nika, I believe, if not mistaken, you had a dragoon in your static. Is that correct? Okay. How is he doing right now?
Yeah, how's the dragoon doing?
The dragoon who changed to ninja.
Oh, what do you know?
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All I'm saying is ninjas, they're parsing like 400 to 520 or 480 to like 520 DPS on dummies, and they bring goad, which I don't know about you, but Aniro's been jizzing about that all freaking day.
It helps. It does help. It's
He
noticeable.
really likes the TP Bukaki.
He loves that. And
We're going through dungeon. He's just like, come on, guys.
Right
all
in
over
my
my
face.
face.
All right in my face. Yes.
What?
Oh, it's got my eyeball. And 10% increased damage for everyone every minute per ninja. That's kind of huge, guys. It's kind of huge.
It's noticeable. When you have a ninja in the party, it's definitely noticeable.
Now, that being said,
Does that stack with Best Friends Forever song?
yes. Stacks with everything except itself.
Best Friends Forever song?
That's Foe's Requiem.
I was
But-
unaware that was its subtitle.
Oh yeah, it's well. Here you go. Now we obviously know that Nika has not been watching stream because if she
Because
was,
I'm playing my own game.
yeah, if you would have known that, me and Kahlo say that all the time. But
Okay.
now the thing is,
Maybe it's good I didn't watch then.
oh gosh, the problem with Ninja is that it's such a popular like class and job because everyone wants to be a ninja. So that means there's going to be lots of bad people playing it. And Ninja has a very, very high skill ceiling. If you don't...
And it's a lot different from the monk one, where like monks, you can just ignore where you're standing. You lose out on a little bit of DPS.
A lot of it, you mean?
Well, you can still be passable, kind of. With Ninja, it's a lot more noticeable because you can easily fuck up your ninjutsu, which is a pretty decent portion of your
And
damage.
everyone knows when you do it.
Because you get a giant fucking rabbit on your head.
Yep.
And you look like a jackass. And sometimes it's not even the ninja's fault. Sometimes it's just fucking
Oh
server
no, it's
lag.
not.
So
Yeah, lag is horrible.
yeah. So there's going to be a wide, huge gulf between good ninjas and bad ninjas. So I feel like ninja is going to be the new whatever the other job was, and be like the worst. Except unlike that other job, there could be also really amazing ninjas, and people will know about it. So Ninja IMO best class.
All right. Well, we already knew that you were going to say that about Ninja no matter what.
That's not true. If it sucked and I didn't like it, I would definitely not.
Oh,
be Ninja.
bullshit.
No,
I call bullshit.
No, if I'm not like you, where Dark Knight is going to be the best thing ever, even if it's
It
terrible.
is. It's going to... No, it's going to be the best thing ever.
Yeah. See, I'm not like that. See, I actually have like a brain.
I really hope that it does suck, because I'm with you, Juxta. He won't say anything, so he'll still praise it all the time, but then inside, he's just going to be like dying. It's going to be torture, and he's never going to say otherwise because he doesn't want to give us the satisfaction. And that's okay. That's actually better for me, because then he's just going to be all mopey and horrible and just tearing him up inside for the rest of forever. And I like that idea.
I like that a lot.
Except it's not going to happen. Dark Knight's going to be fucking amazing.
And the thing is, even if he really does love it and it's not, we get to assume that it does, that he hates it regardless. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yep. I can't wait for Dark Knights just to hold their big sword and just use it like a staff or something and just zap the enemies with their hands. It could be. It's going to happen.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
Wait, no, you know what? They're going to use the sword to block.
Just blocking and magic from the hands.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Is that you guys, especially you, Kahlo, you're just pissed off that
Especially
you don't
me,
get
I'm
you.
pissed? What am I pissed for?
Well, this is why you keep giving me shit about Dark Knight
Okay,
and everything.
all right, let's hear it.
You didn't get Thief. You got Thief, but it's only 1 to 30.
Look, everybody, look.
It's 1
What
to
am I
30
right now. Look, I'm going to jump up here so everybody can see me.
You're one of Santa's elves.
What do I look like right now? Ori from the chat. What is standing on the table next to that monkey?
It's a Christmas elf. You're Santa's little helper, right?
Me?
It's the time of the year.
No, you need to wear that. What is it? The Arachnes gear. That looks like Thief AF.
He's not level 50 yet.
Yeah, see, exactly. You're not level 50. So that only counts. That counts 1 to 30, bro.
Who's jumping up here?
That's 1 to 30.
I look like you, but brown.
Yeah, you look ugly.
Oh, you look terrible, Nika.
Get out of here.
Nika.
You look uglier than normal.
Oh,
Get
stop
out of
it.
here. Oh my god.
I'm wearing the exact same gear as Kahlo, just not colored.
No.
Yeah, and it looks horrible on
Get
you.
out of here.
Terrible. Boo.
Oh my gosh.
Someone pissed all over your clothes. What are you doing?
This is the default
Wash
color.
yourself. Come on.
You can't. What? You can't spring for dye, Nika? What the fuck? Come on.
No,
It's
I outgrow this
atrocious.
so quickly. What's the point in dyeing it?
It's atrocious.
Oh. Ugh.
So bad.
I have
Gosh.
no dye.
Terrible.
The only dye I have on me is gold,
Terrible.
and I'm not wasting gold on this.
Terrible.
The
All
worst.
right. Anyway.
Buy more dye. It's not that hard. It's not that expensive.
Yeah. Seriously. Come on.
No, but I'm going to outgrow this in just a few levels. Why would I bother?
Anyway.
So you can look
what
awesome.
level is your ninja? Or your rogue or whatever?
26.
Okay, so you should be wearing the faux strikers.
You know what? This is not an invitation for all of the goddamn rogues
off
and
our
ninjas
table!
to get on the table. Stop it! Stop it! Go sit down! You see what you guys do? You guys just incite chaos all the time.
Okay, I was getting up there for a reason.
Yeah, I know. No, that's fine.
Nika's
That's
still
fine.
being destructive, okay?
That's fine. That's fine. Anyway, so no, but my point is, I am getting constantly
Ryoko's giving me
derailed.
dye. Let's see what this looks like.
Oh my god!
You're going to look worse than Juxta's PvP gear.
You give me brown dye.
God, you're as
Oh,
bad as
that's
the listeners.
so much better.
You're as
Oh
bad
my
as the
God.
listeners,
Hang on,
Nika.
let me
Sit
find
down. God.
I should be
No, this
Rainbow
isn't even
Ninja.
worse. This is a worse color.
Guys, I gotta go home right now and change my glamour to be like Rainbow Ninja. That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
All right, but anyway,
Poop color.
I just think you guys are pissed because I got everything I wanted. I got Dark Knight, I got Great Sword,
you
and I got
telling
Tank.
yourself that, sir.
Well, we'll see when it pays off at 3.0 in Heavensward. I got everything that I wanted. So
We'll see
suck
who's
it.
healing you on Agent when you're not a female, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Agent.
Oh God. So Kahlo, I understand that you actually have to get going here in not too long.
30 minutes. I got time.
Okay, all right. Well, that's enough time. What are you doing most in 2.4 content?
Mostly the same as Juxta Ninja. I haven't been able to focus as much on leveling as he has because I have 2 jobs, but also because
he's got
I've been
2
trying
jobs,
to,
guys. Two jobs.
Oh my God.
he's got 2 jobs. Two jobs.
Two jobs.
$131 tips last night. Worth it.
Two jobs.
I'm sorry. Go on.
But also,
What
instead of focusing everything on getting to level 50, I've also been focusing the other half of my efforts on preparing for level 50. So I've still been doing my expert roulettes to get more Alexandrite, even though I've made the decision not to finish my Black Mage relic first and start saving up Alexandrite to get the ninja one.
So that's why we've been sucking at everything that we've been doing, because you're not devoting any resources.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
still like
hold on,
item
do you
level. You guys don't even want to know my item level.
What is your no? Oh, okay. Now we got to know. What is your item level?
Oh, it's bad. If I had a 40 or a 50 ninja right now, my item level would probably be better than Black Mage. Yeah, Black Mage is 101.
That's not
That's
Not bad.
That's
It's not bad, but
no,
it should easily be what, like at least like 1.5, almost 110 by now.
I don't
My
know.
ninja's 106 now, and that's with an item level 100 weapon. So
Yeah, I think if I was doing, I have been using the sands and the oils that I've gotten on my Black Mage. I just haven't been very lucky in getting them. Is all.
okay, now hold on. So, what weapon are you using on Black Mage right now?
Whatever the Animus, is that right?
Oh, you don't even
that's
have
right, Animus.
you don't even have the UAT weapon.
I do, and it's unweathered, but I always forget when I'm doing something that requires the
Wait, you forget?
Animus.
Wait,
that
what?
I don't switch it back. So I'm just like, fuck it. This looks better anyway. I'm just going to use this. My retainer is using mine.
What?
Oh,
My
okay.
UAT.
Wait, what item level is your Animus? I forget what level it is.
100.
100 as opposed to the 110. Plus, the UAT has accuracy on it, which I don't do any events that need accuracy anyway.
It doesn't matter. The weapon damage is the most important part.
Yeah, dude.
Put your fucking 110 on.
I told you it's on my retainer. And she's
Okay,
on
no.
event.
Yeah, okay, then
dispelling everything right now. Kahlo is the reason for the suckage with me and Ryuichi.
Yeah, that sounds.
who
Definitely
was
sounds.
it the
That
other
sounds
day,
legit. That sounds like it checks out.
Juxta. Who was it the other day that we were doing something with, and afterwards they were all like, "Oh my God, Kahlo, everything you were just blowing up everything in one hit. That was so amazing!" And Juxta's like, "Grumble, grumble, grumble."
That was your imaginary friend. I mean, come on. That would be
We
like...
were doing Tamtera. It was definitely with somebody in the link shell.
I don't know. It was probably just giving you a blowjob verbally or something. No, but okay, but seriously.
Salty there.
Jeez.
Seriously, using an Animus over an unweathered weapon is like...
Come on.
is like you being a scholar and prioritizing crit over like a item level
You just
110
need to
body.
remember if
Come
you're doing
on,
a
who would do
feat or
that? That's just
whatever,
really
just-
terrible.
Sorry, it's not like we're doing
what do you
important
do
things
that
anyway.
requires Animus?
Yeah, what do you? Yeah, what do you?
Whenever I do a fate, I want to switch the Animus. That way I have another chance
Yeah,
at
so just remember to
whatchamacallit.
switch.
How often
Don't
do you
use
do
your gimp
Animus stuff?
weaponeering raids
How
because you're
often are
forgetting
you
to
doing
switch.
fates?
Raids? You mean ST? Oh yeah, because that's making such a big difference.
Oh, nobody cares about
considering
that.
the fact
Yeah,
that
no,
I
no, no,
usually
no.
Switch over to Facebook anyway.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares about
And
ST.
Juxta, you were the one the other day that was like, "Did you change your gear? You seem to be hitting a lot harder today." No, I didn't.
Maybe if you would, it would be justified.
Yeah.
It's probably just your procs lining up.
Stop sucking! All right, so, Kahlo, what have you been doing in 2.4? Stop derailing and answer the goddamn question.
I am
He
ninja.
answered. He's
I've been
doing
doing
ninja.
ninja.
That's it. That's a bad answer, and I want a better one.
And ninja preparation.
Ninja and preparing for level 50 ninja. What more do you want me to say? I've done half the storyline.
Whoa!
I've
You
unlocked
haven't
all
even
the shit,
fin- wait, you
obviously,
haven't
except for
finished the
Hildebrand. I got my
storyline?
Have
weathered
you done
Vajra.
Shiva yet?
What?
Have you done Shiva?
Not yet.
Oh,
I'm on greater good
what the hell?
with Yu Yu
What
Hakusei.
the fuck? What?
Ow!
Poor Nika, the Grey Hulk over here, cowering in pain again.
Mommy and Daddy
She's
are
like
yelling
almost
again.
crying. Ears are bleeding.
How have you not done? How have you not finished the story? What the fuck, man?
Because whenever I log on, I do all
He
the
has
other
2
important
jobs.
stuff first, like my my dailies, and then I start leveling ninja.
It's 2 jobs, guys.
And I got 2
well,
jobs. guys.
Those 2 jobs.
You do 2 jobs.
That's 2 jobs.
Not one. Not one, but 2 jobs.
Those jobs.
That was a wild joke, sorry.
Those jobs. All right.
I also finally finished my private chambers, which used to look like a million times better than a Nero's sucky room, but now that Jux has updated it, it might be about even now.
I actually also updated my room, and it is
I need to see yours.
amazing.
Yours had a good start last time, so I'd like to see what you've done with it. So
It's
amazing.
amazing.
It's fucking Frozen theme. God damn it.
It totally is. It's got the frozen ice chandelier, and it looks amazing.
That's all it is. It's just going to be the ice chandelier.
No. Apparently, guys, you can dye some furniture. So I dyed all my furniture blue. So now it's like really
Awesome.
icy and stuff. Kind
I'll
of.
come sing in there for you.
Breaker 909 has said, "Why do I enjoy listening to these assholes?" I don't know. One of the great mysteries of life.
Yeah, we can't explain it, man. I don't know.
It's amazing.
Nika, so clearly you have not.
Oh my God, Denmo, go away! That was just go away.
Yes. Denmo is win.
Denmo saying his room is a bit of a fixer-upper. By the way,
No, if you're gonna say it, you have to say it the right way. Come on, not you, them.
no. So, by the way, Denmo putting together a fantastic post FanFest video for us out of a lot of our pictures that we had sent to him, which, by the way, a lot of those pictures were provided by Jinx McNinja, so shout out to Jinx McNinja. But Denmo doing a fantastic job producing our our FanFest wrap-up video.
Feelsy.
It is so feelsy. And the remix is actually a remix of Susan Calloway's Answers. And so, yeah, definitely check that out. That's over at our YouTube page. You can find links at our website, limitbreakradio.com, or just simply search Limit Break Radio on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. All of our gameplay highlights from Twitch when we do streaming, those get sent to YouTube as well. I don't know what else we would upload to YouTube. There are some clips from FanFest there too. Not a lot, but a handful. So yeah, make sure you do that. But Nika, clearly you have not been tooling around on Rogue or Ninja.
Well, honestly, I've tried, but I refuse to fate grind, and getting dungeon queues is not
getting dungeon queues.
Leave Quest. You probably have 99 of them.
I'm using Leave Quest on Miner and Fisher, so honestly, this is the
makes
thing.
sense.
When you do a Leave Quest, you get 3K. When you do a fate that takes half the time, you get 6K.
All right, first of all, you must
Why would I
really
wait?
suck at leave quests because you don't have to wait for leave quests to pop. And if you set them to be 5 levels above you or 4 levels above you, then you get more.
Yeah, but I die. I don't know.
How do you die? You have a chocobo.
Okay, there. That's the real answer. And once we get to your little segment where you tell us about Coil and how you're doing in Coil, we're going to start to put 2 and 2 together here.
How do you...
Okay, no, it depends on the fate. Some fates are okay. I mean, it depends on the leave quest. Some leave quests are okay, higher level. Some of them, I just get pummeled. I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't really been focusing on Rogue. However, unlike Callow, I have done all of the content. I have completed the story. I have completed Hildebrand. I have completed Shiva, and I am working on Coil. So.
Oh, you haven't completed Coil, though.
God damn it.
Yeah, come on, get on Happy's level. Let's go.
You haven't completed Ninja
I'm
either.
pretty sure I cleared T10 before Happy did, but that's besides the point.
I don't know. That is definitely not true.
No, I was talking with some people who were in his link shell, and he was there on our TeamSpeak and said that his group wasn't actually doing it. That's why he transferred servers.
Yeah, well, I still think that they had down... I think he had downed his before you had downed yours, because I watched you down yours, because you did it on the stream the first time you guys took down.
If it wasn't before, it was very close.
Yeah, it might have been right around the same time, but yeah.
I don't know what he's doing now because he thinks, I don't know, he left our server. He sucks. Just kidding. But
no, we love Happy.
We do. We really do. But I'm actually a little sad that he left our server.
Yeah, I'm a bit bummed. I'm not salty. There are some people who are really salty about it that have,
like Nika,
that have literally nothing to do with it, that I can't explain the salt. But yeah, I don't. There's a whole, I don't know, there's a whole weird like shade throwing thing that's been going on like before, during, and since FanFest that I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it on another part of one of these episodes if we get time. So your coil progression, where are you at officially?
I've beaten the final coil turn 1, and I've gone into last phase on turn 2, which is, I guess, T11. So, I mean, I don't know. The last phase, we just haven't had time. The biggest problem, honestly, has been...
S rank in Eastern Lenosha.
What?
Are you serious?
God damn it!
Wow.
No, get out. Anyway,
we should just drop him from the show. That's it. That's his exit.
If I didn't have to leave soon.
I totally miss what you're talking about.
He said S rank in Lenosa. Anyway,
speaking of hunts,
no, but I think we would have beaten T11 if it's just the fact that we have people who have jobs that are on call. We have people with kids, and we have people.
We have jobs. We have jobs now, guys. We have jobs.
It's finding it.
He does it right.
We have some people in our group who want a hardcore raid every single night, and then we have some people who, like, literally they're on call for their job, and if they get called in, they just have to peace. And then we have people whose finals are coming up, who for like 2 weeks during finals are going to be offline. So I don't really know where we're going to be, but I mean, hopefully we'll be like, before a couple.
It sounds like those people who have on-call jobs need to get their priorities straight and or find a new raid group. Just saying, hashtag.
I don't know. The people who are jobs like that, though, are just irreplaceable. They're beastly DPS.
FYI,
no, you're not one of them, obviously.
No one is irreplaceable. Send me your resumes and I'll find out who's irreplaceable.
I'm in a static and I'm going to be feelsy, okay? But when you're in a static with people, you really form a bond, okay? And our group is...
It just made her... She sounded like she's about to cry again.
Please don't feel me.
Please. I really hope that my eye roll
I am willing to not raid as hardcore during the week if it means we get to keep our group together. I refuse to tell someone, you have a job, get out of our static, fuck you. Because they're our friends. I mean, we've been clearing together since T6 now. So I refuse to just tell people bye.
It sounds like you need to separate business from personal.
No, not going to happen.
And you're not going to clear T11
we might as well get
soon.
We might as well get a new endgame correspondent.
Let's get Happy on the line. I'm sure he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
How's your Savage coil going, Mika?
Nobody wants to do Savage Coil with me. If you're on Sargatanis and you want to do Savage Coil, the only one I want to do is turn 8. So hit me up.
That sounds like a plea for help. So whoa. The only one you want to do is T8?
Yeah.
Don't you have any more aspirations? Any more aspirations as the endgame correspondent to learn every single facet of the endgame?
No.
Okay, well, you're out.
Yeah, you're fired.
What are you here for?
Fired!
You're as useful as the... God, what is that one job again?
Alright, well, look. I can't even take this anymore, alright? I'm peacing out just because I can't be around T8, that's it? Gosh, you were such a casual.
Who's in your chair?
How many coil turns have you actually done, Kahlo?
I think he actually left.
He bumped.
He's
on the table.
He actually did.
He did. Yeah, he left.
I thought he had 15 more minutes.
I hope... Is he going to keep standing there the whole time?
Oh, get off the table, please.
God damn it.
Your fucking monkey is giving you away.
He's hiding on the table. No, he's disconnecting.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
There he goes. He's gone.
Yeah,
Someone's still in his seat.
He obviously doesn't have the move that actually bumps, so what a noob.
Kahlo Landers, everyone.
Landers.
He
uses Animus over Unmothered.
No, over Unmothered. Yeah, there you go. So you're still on T11. What are your thoughts about the new additions to Coil?
I like them, actually. I don't feel like there is big of a learning curve, at least so far. I hear that the difference between T11 and T12 is a big jump with DPS checks and learning. But, I mean, there are groups clearing T13 regularly. Like, they're getting to that point. Like, every week, it sounds like another group or two is clearing. So, I mean, hopefully...
Yeah, as gear stats continue to rise, like, it becomes easier and easier.
But I mean, I feel like the mechanics are not as difficult. Once you find, I guess it's kind of hard to figure out what works since it's still so new. But once you figure it out, then it's not too hard. Like we've cleared T10 twice now.
So you don't think that there's as much reliance as RNG as in second coil? Because I mean, like RNG, say for T7, that's something that'll wipe your raid right there. There's a lot of like more randomized, I would call them more dynamic aspects to some of those battles. Did they remove those? Is it back to team jump roping, or is there a nice balance between them?
So far, it's pretty scripted. With T10, it's actually, there's no RNG until the last 25%. So basically, it kind of shows you all the mechanics, and it's like, this is what you do for each mechanic, and then once you get below 25%, it's like, now we're going to mix them up, and you have to pay attention to which mechanic's coming out. Okay. So once you get to that point, it's just awareness, but it's only the last 25%. So I feel like once you get to it a couple times, you pretty much got it. With T11 so far, there's not much. Once you get to the last phase, which we haven't had a whole lot of time to practice, people get tethered together and you have to pay attention to what color your tethers are and which direction to dodge. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's pretty simple. We just have to practice. Haven't had time, but it doesn't seem as it's not as stressful so far anyway. Like I don't feel like I'm going to just explode with how frustrated it's getting or anything like that.
And you did feel like that in second coil?
Yes, definitely with 7 and 9.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Cool. So, for myself, let's see. In terms of new content, I cleared Shiva EX last night.
Oh, you
Yay!
did?
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Get anything?
Yes.
I hear you got the fending bracelet.
I did. I got the fending bracelet.
I don't have that.
So huge shout out to Satori for hooking me up with the group that ended up clearing. So what are your opinions about the Shiva EX fight, especially in comparison to some of the earlier, the EXs that have preceded this, Moogle and Ramu. What are your thoughts on Shiva?
So much easier than Ramu. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ramu, I've still only cleared once, and I've tried even with my coil group with other people who have cleared, and it's just hard. I feel like Ramu, for what you get from it, is not worth it. Clear once, never clear again.
Yeah.
Shiva is, once you get it down, I mean, she pulls out weapons, and based on what weapon she's using, she uses the same 2 moves in the same order every time. So as long as you pay attention to what weapon she has, you can't lose. I don't know.
It's. I mean, it is a little bit easier than Ramu. Juxta, you and I had our epic Ramu EX clear that we streamed.
Oh, we did get that streamed? Okay.
Yeah, we did stream that, and it's highlighted. You can find it at our YouTube page and also at our Twitch page. But we did the whole thing as a highlight. Right. So, from the beginning of the run to the end of the run. And the thing about it was that it was a pug. We had made what? Two
party finders before that. 2
party finders to make a run at it earlier in the day. Neither of them successful. One with Kyle. Yes, Kyle joining us on the stream with his webcam. And then, so it was like the end of the night. It was like the last thing that we were prepared to do.
Right, and that was actually our last attempt, too.
Yeah. So it was like we had been doing it all day. It was the last thing that we were prepared to do, and we ran that timer. We said, screw it, we're not going to go with anyone that we know, because that's not seeming to end very well.
That doesn't help at all.
No offense, guys. No offense.
Offense all around. You guys all suck.
Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, we decided to duty finder it because why not? And on a pug, the very last 12 minutes that we had left on the timer, and we cleared it. It was like awesome. It was. I mean, it was not even by the skin of our teeth. It was like a very clean, super clean kill.
Honestly, I'm going to throw out that I think there's something to do with this is the last run of the night, guys, that people clear. because honestly, both T10s that I've cleared have been that way.
You want to know? You want to know? No, you want to know what I feel like it is? It's I think it was the Duty Finder. I think it was like when we were doing it in Party Finder, people kept dropping off after 2 or 3 fights. And I mean, granted, Nika, what you're talking about is a little bit different because you've got a static, and but the thing is that like after 2 or 3 fights, we kept having people that would drop or get frustrated, and because we were doing it in Duty Finder, and it turns out that 7 out of 8 of us got the achievement at the end.
Yep.
We were. I mean, 25% echo definitely helps, but I think we were all kind of committed to
actually getting it done,
to doing it,
and seeing it through the wipes and the learning, and then actually like coming together as a team just to get it down.
It was actually, I mean, like really, like, you know, that's why I highlighted the whole basically 45 minutes of it. Is because I thought it was actually a really great learning experience. It was a great learning experience for us, I think. But I thought that it actually helps, you know, as a whole, you know, to watch this group kind of congeal and do it together well. It was really cool. So yeah. That was definitely epic. That was one of the better wins that we have. It was one of the only wins that we've streamed. I mean, let's be honest. We stream a lot of fails for some reason.
That's
but
the LBR way.
Yes, yeah.
I've had coil wins on here before. That's good.
Yeah, nobody.
You're not part of LBR.
Oh, come on! That was
I
mean.
went out to fan.
That's
You cannot even pull that.
That's over the line. Over the line. Penalty.
Shots fired. Hashtag.
All right. So right now, I want to actually bring in Satori, who helped me clear Shiva EX last night. Satori, what's up?
Hey!
AKA Fi. What's up? How's it going?
So Annie,
yes,
this is what I want to talk about.
Let's talk.
You were talking earlier about finding the weakest link.
Yes, let's talk about that for a second.
So what? You were a warrior in one of our clear groups, right?
Right.
And you died 4 times.
4 times. 4 fucking times. It was pretty miserable. But the thing is that all of those deaths came at really like opportune moments, because it wasn't a death that caused a wipe. So it actually ended up working out. I couldn't actually figure out why I kept dying.
Well, you had to use awareness during the bow phase. You get taught that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, come on, awareness, a Nero.
I didn't have it. I didn't have it on my bar.
Not on your bar.
What?
No.
Oh
no.
Oh,
what kind of fail tank are you?
Fail tank. You're no longer part of LBR. Get out of here.
Because awareness out of all the cooldowns I use least often. So.
Yeah, but it definitely.
It's
I feel like it's worth just popping whenever you have it. I mean.
Yeah.
Over internal release, I'll take the DPS. I've got enough damage mitigation that I can throw. I'll take another DPS cooldown.
You don't.
Well, awareness is actually best cooldown for the middle phase in T11 because everything crits there.
Okay,
so.
Well, I'll remember to put it on my bar for Shiva EX and T11. But other than that, I think I'm okay. But actually, I would sub it for Flash in those instances because I would never use Flash. In fact, I rarely ever use Flash on Warrior anyway.
Yeah,
so.
That's not as necessary.
Yeah.
You need Flash all the time. So bad.
So anyway, Satori, thank you. A huge shout out to you for tossing me into that party yesterday. That was after like a good hour and a half of doing a learning party that just was not getting anywhere. So yeah. But it was an epic clear by the time that we got it, and yeah. So shout out to you and your whole group, man. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, so dying 4 times on that fight.
So bad.
So bad. So, Satori, while we got you on the line, what have you been enjoying most about the 2.4 content?
Well, obviously the first thing I did in 2.4 was the Hildebrand storyline.
Oh, of course. Duh. So obviously.
And that was actually... and had a good couple chuckles. Not as good as last patches.
I think nothing has beaten the Greg storyline. I think that was the best one.
The Greg storyline was really good.
Yeah.
Which was two storylines ago.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for 2.5 to come out.
Yep.
So, Nika, you were saying that Ultros fight is actually kind of a challenging fight, huh?
I've done it too.
Yeah?
Did it today.
Well, nobody
I think
cares.
It's challenging for being a Hildebrand fight. Like, it takes a good few wipes to really get the mechanics down.
I agree.
Fair enough.
It's like. Go ahead.
It's like a fight in WildStar almost, because you have to move around a lot to not
really?
wipe out.
I mean, I think it's a hilarious fight at the same time. Like just like FF6, he drops anvils on you, and like you turn into the little imps from 6, the little green imps. Like when I first heard imps, I was thinking, like FF11, FF14, like what the imps look like, and then I'm like, no, this is not. Like what is this?
Old school
the
imps.
little green imps from 6.
Nice.
It's hilarious, and there's a lot of like strange mechanics that they've never really used. Like if everyone falls out of the arena, you lose. And there's a lot of knockback mechanics, and it's challenging for a pug group. And usually, if people are willing to listen, like I've done it in the Duty Finder a few times, and if someone listens to the person explaining, you can usually figure it out. But I had one group who was just not. I don't know if it was the tank or the DPS. I don't know what it was. But after like 2 waves, people were like, "Nope, bye," and just pieced out. And like,
I'm so sick of that.
They go into the fight thinking, "Oh, it's Hildebrand, it's going to be easy," and then when we wipe a couple times, they just leave. And I'm just like, you just have to try.
Dude, I am so sick of that nonsense. Like 2 wipes and then I'm out. And they don't even say anything. Like, if you're going to be a dick, like be a dick. Like be a dick to the party. Like don't just drop.
Especially when it's people who haven't cleared and they come into the Duty Finder expecting to just clear.
Totally.
Like you have to learn, you have to listen, you have to communicate, and just
Yeah. So
one of the worst things is they added it to the trial roulette.
Yeah, they did add it to the trial roulette,
Yes,
so I
they
get that a
did.
lot now.
Yeah. So Satori, enjoying the Hildebrand quests. What else? What about some of the other 2.4 stuff?
All right, well, I'll say I haven't been able to try out Rogue. The whole Ninpocalypse
Oh, I know.
thing is not helping out.
Oh, I
And
know.
used to fake quests.
It's ridiculous.
Just huge waves of
as far
ninjas going across the land.
Right.
Poking everything. I gotta say, going in Fates and just hearing the little tapping noise of daggers going to the mob is the most grating thing I've ever heard in my life.
I did Karn hard mode with Mr. Happy before he left.
Oh, nice.
And I learned quickly that you can die a lot and still recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karn, though, still is a thing of nightmares. I don't know what it is about statues coming to life, but they really, really freak me out.
What?
Did you guys find Karn challenging? I thought Karn and Sastasha were both fairly challenging, especially like right out of the gate the first couple of days of the patch when everyone was still trying to learn it. I don't know. I feel like they upped the difficulty of some of the dungeon mechanics a little bit.
Honestly, I didn't know some of the boss mechanics of the dungeons till like the 3rd time I ran it because we just kind of plowed over them. So, but actually, the only boss I found particularly difficult was the Cactuar one because we kept fucking up. How you have to interrupt the 100,000 needles, and the one guy's like covering him, so you have to like kill him first, and then I don't know.
How is that hard?
No.
That's the only boss I've never wiped on.
Oh, come on. Now, we cannot give anyone shit because of how many times we wiped to the second boss of Sastasha, okay?
Well, that's different. That's like DPS check, and if you don't have the DPS, you just literally cannot get past it.
That's the same thing as Karn. It's a DPS check.
It is.
But if you just switch over. It's a lot.
I mean,
a lot
we
more
also
lenient.
did it day one, and we had no idea what we were doing.
The baby knows exactly what we're talking
Baby,
about.
you don't even know.
And also the not that it's hard, but the stupid Kraken in Sastasha at the end is so long.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
just takes forever.
The pull before you get to the Kraken room
It's
is
the best.
So
It's the
many
best.
pulls.
You pull them all, and you cast a limit break, and they just die, and it's the most invigorating feeling ever.
it's so. I've never had anyone who limit breaked it. I always get stuck
you
with
don't
people.
have to,
No,
but
but
it's
it's just it takes forever. And for whatever reason, that the noise, the sound that they made for when the ads appear is like the loudest sound effect in the game, because every time it happens, it makes me jump.
Well, it's just
I've
because
never
there's so
noticed.
many going off at the same time that it gets really loud.
Oh, dude, it's
The first time
it's
when
a
it goes off,
cacophony.
the only like 3 ones, it's not that loud, but then there's like 6 and like.
I've never
lots.
even noticed the sound effect.
It makes me jump literally every time I pull that. Every single time. If you're ever watching me on the stream, I'll literally jump every time. All right, cool. Well, Satori, thanks very much for your call.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, and again, thanks for helping me out yesterday with Shiva EX.
Oh, mind if I ask one more question?
Yeah,
about
go
Shiva?
for it. Absolutely.
What's your favorite part about Shiva?
My favorite part about
The
Shiva.
music.
I don't know. I can't even say the music anymore because Husky by the Geek comes out 2 weeks after the patch and blows away both of those, the first part and the second part. If you have not heard Husky by the Geek's versions of the Shiva tracks, they are so superior to the in-game versions. I can't.
Well, I like lyrics.
I can't.
So I'm biased in that
but the
sense.
lyrics are terrible. Lyrics are horrible.
Yeah.
Let it go.
That'd be an improvement.
It would. It would.
Oh my god, I need to go into like the sound files and delete that and put in place Frozen in place of that.
That is the achievement name when you win.
I don't know. My favorite part about Shiva. I can tell you my least favorite part, and it's trying to discern where a single ice circle is going to be at Bomb's phase, because that is what killed me more times than anything else. Is I'd stand in an overlapping circle, and I would be at like a third HP by the time that was done.
Yeah, what you really have to do for Shiva is you have to keep your camera level. You can't look at your character from above, because not only are there circles on the ground, but there are circles in the sky, and it
Yeah.
really fucks up with your perception of the ground.
By the way, I learned this the other day when I was fucking around with my settings. Did you know that if you hold down Control and use one of the arrow keys up and down, you can sort of shift your camera's perspective
Yes?
lateral, or would that be vertically? Like,
Yeah, you pan the camera up or down.
Yeah, that's it. You pan the camera
Whoa!
vertically.
How did you guys not know that?
I did not know that. I found that
Oh
out
my
like
God.
weeks ago.
Yeah, my camera's all the way
I play
up.
with controller, so that doesn't usually affect
Oh my gosh. How do you guys play? I have to have my camera all the way up so I can see like far out in the distance.
Well, you also fidget your character too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, thanks again for the call, Satori.
All right, thanks.
All right. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff in 2.4, and yeah, 4 deaths on Shiva. I'm not terribly proud of that, but you know what? I got through it, and I got gear from it, so I can't.
Got carried through it?
I got carried. I don't know that a tank can get carried through that fight, but whatever. We'll go ahead and
You kind of can. Like when I did it, you really only need one tank. I only tanked it when
you only need one tank and then a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Anir. That's your preparing for Darknet already.
Yeah. By the way, if you'd like to be a caller to Limit Break Radio, go ahead and send us a message on Skype, or go ahead and just add the Skype account Limit Break Radio, or you can give us a call on a cell phone or a landline, 810-515-8715, and we'll try to take your call if we notice that it pops up. So why don't we go ahead and take another call here? Oh, where'd my Skype go? I have so many windows going that it's really hard to keep track of where everything is.
Learn to desktop.
Suck less.
Yeah,
suck less.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here we're going to bring in Yuki.
Bringing in Yuki.
Hey, Yuki.
Hey, what's up, all?
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to Limit Break Radio.
Thanks for having me on here, guys.
Thanks for calling in.
It's a blast to listen to you guys, so I figured I'd give my insight today.
Oh, thanks. So what are you enjoying about 2.4? What is the content that you have been going after the most?
Okay, well, let's see. I've already gotten my Ninja 50.
Nice.
Nice.
Geared up. I've gotten through all the main scenario.
What's your eye level at?
104 right now, but I've got a lot of gears that I could unweather at this point.
Nice.
So, but I've gotten through main scenario, gotten through Shiva EX, gotten through Hildebrand. Still have yet to touch Final Coil, but I still need my T9 clear. That's why.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. I still need my T9 clear as well.
Do you have to go through the other tiers?
No,
before 9?
no.
Not anymore?
Juxta, we proved that with T5, remember? It's the same way with this.
No, well, T9, I mean.
It's the same thing.
It's
Okay.
the same thing.
Okay.
All you need to do is clear the final one.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
But I will say the thing I enjoyed the most was definitely Hildebrand's story.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
With and the Ultras fight, I gotta agree. There's elements of it that if you're not willing to pay attention to, it just makes that fight miserable. But it's easy once you get people that know what they're doing.
It's funny because you have to the DPS get turned into imps, and then you have to get cleaved with the tank. That's the mechanic.
Yeah,
you have to
that
be
sounds-
bad.
that
You
sounds-
have to be bad.
That sounds like it would be your favorite mechanic because you love to come stand next to me and get cleaved.
So it's best. Now I can do it and not get yelled at.
Yeah, with that mechanic, because it's particularly getting hit by the bubble AoE that he uses, and if you don't do it right, or actually I shouldn't say you don't do it right, if enough DPS don't get enough stacks, it's just going to be an auto, I guess you can call it a wipe, but everybody's going to get knocked out of the arena and the fight get reset.
Yep.
That's actually a thing I really liked about this fight is that it's Titan-esque where if you guys get knocked off, then you lose. But it's a lot more forgiving because if you get knocked off the edge, you get stunned for 5 seconds, but then you can just jump right back in and you're not dead.
However, I learned the hard way that if the tank gets knocked off, you don't keep hate, and it goes after whoever's next on the hate.
Yes.
So I have been knocked off and had the healers just get completely obliterated.
Yes, I've had that happen myself. But I will say this: I don't know how, but I did have one attempt where the second time he did the knockback, I didn't pop any cooldowns or anything. But it must have been my positioning and the fact that I was trying to run toward him as a tank. I actually clipped the very edge and did not fall off when
Nice.
everybody else got knocked off.
Nice.
And we cleared during that. And I don't know how it happened.
Nice. I can't remember exactly who it was. Somebody had tweeted a screenshot to us, and it was them, and they were doing the Leviathan EX fight, and they were they were dead, but they were just almost off the platform, and it only really matters if you're getting knocked around, if it's not, if you're not having to deal with body slam in the next, 30 seconds, you can get raised from that. But man, it was just right there, right on the edge.
Half his body is hanging off.
You get those type of reactions, and it's ridiculous just because the content, I will say, this content felt a lot easier than 2.3.
Oh, yeah?
In part because, Ramu is just an absolute pain in the ass.
Oh, God, Ramu is just a kick in the dick.
But it's not only that, but the main storyline, I did like the fact that they put Snowcloak and required you to go through that.
Yes.
To get to Snowcloak.
Yeah. That's been the first required dungeon in the storyline since Karn.
Yeah, and I think that was a big improvement because of the fact that you had to do it in order to get your expert roulettes back, which is a big way of getting your poetics. I also have to say I'm kind of mixed feelings on the poetics gear, particularly the mage ones, because it wrecks summoner so hard.
Oh, yeah?
There's so much spell speed on it, and that's just terrible for summoner. Black mages love that set to death, but it's been interesting trying to sit there and do math to try to figure out best in slots and stuff like that. But it's been fun, nonetheless. I will say, Rogue and Ninja to 50, I saw some ridiculously horrible queues. I queued at one point, in my mid-20s for a 3-hour wait on my low level.
Oh, geez.
When I was over on Hyperion still.
Ooh.
I had a 150-minute wait in these when I went and was doing Rogue.
Why would you honestly wait that long? What, were you just doing something else and forgot that you had queued?
What I did was I queued it. As long as I didn't pull my Chocobo out, I could still do Leave Quest and grind. And that's what I did. I actually went from my mid-20s to 32 during that wait, just grinding Leave Quest. And then it popped. And I already had my gear for 32 because I had all the Foe Strikers gear.
Yeah.
And... I mean, not Foe Strikers, infantry gear from Brayflox, and that's what it ended up popping into was Brayflox. So it was absolutely hilarious that it took me grinding for 3 hours to get my dungeon.
Man,
but it was the optimal dungeon.
I am so not looking forward to grinding out Dark Knight. I've been watching all of the ninjas do it these past couple of weeks. And I'm just and right now I'm just like, oh, you poor bastards. But in the back of my head, I'm going, it's gonna be me in 6 months.
It'll be easier for you though, because you'll be a tank and B having another healer or another class to go through it with you.
Both of those things are true.
So
maybe two more.
Maybe two more.
Yeah.
I mean, there is more jobs.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing is unlike before we're here with Ninja, where anybody that wants to play a tank or a healer for the most part has already leveled the appropriate job.
That's true.
You still have some people doing it here and there, so that's why their queues are just terrible. But when you get to Heavenward,
DPS queues are always terrible, just because you've got to fill more of them. You know what I mean?
Yes, but you're at the exponential level now when you talk about that, because it's just gone from, some of the DPS queues used to be 10, 15 minutes, maybe a half hour, to you're looking at anywhere from an hour to 3 to 4 hours, depending on your server.
Right. Well, and that's what we said was going to happen. We said that for episodes and episodes and episodes, that when Ninja hits, it's going to break Duty Finder. Yeah.
I really want to know why they decided to do that, because they had to have known that would happen. So what made them decide it was a good idea? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, clearly 2.4 would have been minuscule without the fact that they had a new class. So it's just tiny instead of minuscule.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I can agree with that to an extent. But I was going to say, with Heaven's Word, and we're going to get Dark Knight, we're going to get several other classes, but okay, Dark Knight's a tank. You're still going to have people DPS queuing. You're probably going to have healers, because we should be getting a healer here in the next month or two. Spoiled
chemist,
and I have a different opinion on the gun job, but that's beside the point. But you have a lot of jobs that are yet to be, or you have several jobs that, as we've been told so far, that have yet to be spoiled, and the combination of all those hitting the queues at the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
It should be for Dark Knights, I think, at least, and whatever the healer class is, the queue should be perfectly normal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But then you're going to get those DPS jobs where you're going to already have, Dragoon, Monk, Ninja, Bards, Arcanists that go into Summoner, and your Black Mages that are all going to be fighting.
And Ninjas. And Ninjas, too.
He said Ninjas.
Yeah,
did you? Okay.
Yes, I did. So you're going to have all those jobs fighting for DPS slots, because as it is, a lot of people are skeptical about leveling DPS jobs.
Yeah.
What better time than the expansion, at least this is going to be their thought, what better time than the expansion to do it when there's people queuing as monks, or not as monks, as healers and tanks again, to refresh the queue. At least in theory. But in practice, it's never going to work, because you're going to have even more DPS jobs fighting you.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see if they add another DPS job with Heaven's Word. I don't think they need to. I
think they should add another caster.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Is I feel like they should add another caster job.
See, I think the healer is gonna get fudged into the caster category. Whatever it is, it's going to get fudged into that category.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, I still think they should add a DPS caster because it's getting really imbalanced with the number of melees versus the number of magic users.
That's true.
Disciple of War versus Magic.
That's true, although, I don't think they need to add another DPS class overall. I think adding another tank and another healer at this point makes sense. But to add another DPS on top of Ninja, I don't know.
Think back to Final Fantasy XI and the number of tanks and healers versus the mountain of DPS.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This is how Square Enix operates. Just throw more DPS at it.
That is kind of been their modus operandi there.
Well, and I think you can actually put forth a pretty good argument that as we get more DPS jobs, what would be thought of as a support class and abilities that would normally get ascribed to a support class, sort of like Goad, have been applied to DPS classes, which means that all of them sort of fit into party dynamics differently, and it's not just like a one-to-one, I sort of felt like for a while, dragoons and monks functioned so similarly, and they were just straight DPS output, and they didn't do much for augmenting the skills, abilities, or stats of your other party members, that they were basically interchangeable as just DPS. They were just number machines.
Okay.
And with Ninja, you have some support-like abilities, sort of like you have with Bard, that allow the party as a whole to perform better. And if that's the approach that they took with adding DPS classes in the future, I think that's a really good approach to do that. But if they just make it, so that Samurai is an interchangeable physical DPS from Dragoon, then what's the point? It's a different aesthetic. It's a different visual wraparound, basically.
I agree with you, but then I'm going to make a couple points to say something to that.
Sure.
Is if that's really going to be the case, and they're going to make it to where each class is going to, or each job is going to have some type of support piece that's going to be unique to itself, then, and I think Juxta is going to like hearing this a little bit because of his earlier days of the game, and that's buff Bard's damage back up a little bit, because of the fact that it is currently the worst DPS, or in true numbers, the worst DPS. But it has a lot of support to it. Well, now you're giving support movements to, the single target DPS that we've just released into the game, and yet you're not doing anything to fix Bard. I mean, the problem is I think eventually they're going to rotate, or if you put enough support stuff on other DPS, Bard's eventually not going to have a place in the game, except for what it was in 11, which was being the ballad bitch.
Well, even then, I don't feel like Bard will always have a place in being the best job for mobility for purposes of kiting, and whenever you need to be kiting something in fights, because, I mean, they can just move in DPS and not even give a fuck.
I can agree with that, but there's also Summoner that can do it. I mean, look at I'm gonna say T7. And Nika could probably agree with me with this. T7, where you have a kiting situation like that, Summoner tends to be the preferred.
Yeah, Summoner is definitely. I mean, people do it on Bard. My group did it with Bard. Summoner.
I see a lot of people do it with Bard.
Summoner is more preferable though, because with Bard you have to keep switching your target to make sure you're kiting and then going back and then like hitting your weapon skills and going back. Where Summoner you just stick your pet on it and you're still doing and cast some dots and then you're good to kite. So it's definitely preferred. So
yeah, and I think but I do agree that it is definitely the most mobile class for pure purposes. You do get to, when you have mechanics where you're having to constantly move to dodge AoEs, like Titan EX, for example.
T9 Bard is really good too.
Yeah, T9 as well. In those situations, having a Bard, because they're continuously mobile and continuously putting out damage on a single target like that, great. But there's when you have the situations like the T7 fight where the Renaud's there's situations where like a summoner could do it better. I'm not saying Bard can't do it, because Bard definitely can fit in that role, and a lot of people do use Bards because, one, I think there's a bigger population of Bards to naturally choose from, and two, more people that are playing Summoner haven't been used to the idea of doing the kite, and that's why they don't do it. They're just afraid about making mistakes more than anything.
Fair enough. All right. Was there any more points that you wanted to make? We're a little bit over time here on part one, and we got to get to a couple more people before we move on to part two. So,
all right, absolute last point I needed to make. You had to say Samurai. Don't forget, you guys got to talk about the Yoshi interview.
That's coming up. That's coming up in part two. We're going to talk about that in part two. So,
no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
One point I want to make real quick. I don't care about Bard DPS anymore because I'm a ninja. Nerf him into the ground for all I care. Bard is the easiest class to play because you just roll your face on the keyboard and you do good damage.
So are you dropping all your Bard gear then? Just throw it out?
Not dropping it.
Fuck it. Forget it.
I'm finishing my Nexus, which is at 1,800 lights, by the way. And
do you feel somewhat stupid that you've poured all of the resources into the bow and now you're just going to drop it for Ninja?
Not really, because I was using the bow up until recently, so...
Yeah, but you've still got to finish it off, though.
Well, I don't have to finish it off, but at this point I might as well.
If you're sitting at 1,800 lights, you better finish that fucker off.
Oh, I'm going to finish it. God, the fucking...
Finish it.
The Bard Nexus is just so shiny.
All right, Yuki. All right, Yuki, thanks very much for your call today. You got any shout-outs?
Just a shout out to you guys, to Hyperion, my former server. I gotta give a shout out to the Midnight Runners, Tiger Fury, Max, all them. They're good people. If you're on Hyperion and you're looking for an FC, they're always looking for people that are friendly.
There you go. Midnight Runners, good friends of ours, Tiger and Max V, of course. Yuki, thank you so much for calling and sharing your 2 cents on 2.4 here.
It was a pleasure. Take care, guys.
All right, take it easy. Let's get to a couple of more callers, as we are officially over time here for part one, but we're gonna run it to an hour 30 to be able to allow for a couple of more calls. Let's get Sly in here.
Who?
Let's get Sly.
Who's Sly? Oh, Slyaka.
That's what I called
it. It's been a long running, too long of a running joke. Sly.
Yo!
What up, man?
What's going on? You my boy, Blue?
What up? Welcome to Limit Break Radio, Sly. It's wonderful to have you on. It's been a minute. We hung out together at FanFest for a minute, but we've been watching your stream, and it's always a good time, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are y'all?
Dude, we are awesome. We are amazing. Glad to be back doing the show again. And Dark Knight's coming out, Juxtadesign Ninja. All feels right with Eorzea. It's like everything's coming together.
Dude, you ain't saying a word. You ain't saying nothing but a word, dude.
Right. So, Sly, man, what's so far, what have you been doing the most about 2.4 content?
2.4. I completed story.
Nice. What did you think of the story, by the way? I mean, we haven't stopped and talked about any of the storyline missions, but what did you think of our continued adventures in Eorzea?
The story, like, I feel like it got a little bit political in the middle.
Yeah, like they had set up that whole big thing with Ul'dah, and they're still sort of setting it up. With the Sultana and everything, but we didn't get a return to that arc, and I was a little bit disappointed about that.
Like, dude, after the story, I felt like I should have watched like This Week in ABC News with George Stephanopoulos because that shit was so fucking political.
Yeah.
I was like, really? And Alphino got so heated.
Yes.
Like it was like it was good to see Alphino heated.
Yeah, right.
But, and
he's usually so subdued.
Yeah.
Stoic.
Yeah.
I'm still of the opinion that he's an evil mastermind. And he's going to take the new grand company that he's making and take over the world. That's just my prediction.
What?
I will not be surprised.
What?
He's creating a new world order. He's creating a task force of...
He's not that bad.
I'm just saying. This is how things start.
He's not that bad.
This is how things start.
Not that bad.
He's creating an army of blue-coated soldiers around like an ideal, a hero, you, and people are rallying around him, but they're following his orders, not yours. I'm just saying, things are gonna get sketchy. Just saying,
gonna get sketchy, dude.
I'm watching him. I'm watching him.
You're watching Alphino.
I'm watching Alphino.
But the one person who was helping you, the one person you've been helping, you're watching Alphino.
I don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust the pointy ears. That's what I say.
That's racist. That is racist.
I am a racist motherfucker.
That is racist.
Don't like pointy ears. Don't like giants. Tiny people. Don't like them either.
Oh God.
Nico Tay for life.
What about just normal people?
Oh, hearers?
Well, yeah. What about hearers? What about hearers?
Oh, they're just fine.
What about us?
They're fine. They don't have any characteristics.
So, yeah, that confirms it. He's racist. That confirms it. There you go.
So Sly, what else about 2.4 have you been into?
Well, as of recent, I think it was this past week, I got my Shiva EX clear.
Nice! Congrats, man.
Thanks to Elsa Andrell. Shout out to her and her party, because God knows when I did it, oh my God, I was lagging so bad because I play on PS4.
Right.
And
I'm sorry.
Lag spikes, like, really? but still, like, you know, and I'm about to go into a Shiva EX party just to, like, make sure it wasn't a fluke. But yeah, like, that particular party, I was lagging so bad, and I felt so bad. I'm like, Elsa, if I get any more lag, just kick me, because I don't want to. Because my main is a goon.
Did you notice?
I'm a goon. So, Nika, if you want to go ahead and talk shit, please go ahead and talk shit. But
I'm the one in support of Dragoons, ma'am. Everyone else is talking shit.
I can't wait until they add Dragoons. It's gonna throw the whole class thing for a whole loop. Having another melee.
I'm gonna get to the Dragoon buff in a minute, but yeah. Yeah, I felt so bad because I was getting so many lag spikes, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're gonna fucking blame me."
It's the Dragoon.
Like, the only people that parties blame anything on is Dragoon. If you have a Dragoon in your party,
it's true. The only people I see die more than Dragoons are ninjas. Just saying. I don't know.
You know why that is.
The thing about Ninja, like, I'm not doing Ninja. I'm not doing Ninja.
I'm with you. I don't want to do it either.
Everybody can have at it at Ninja. It looks like a bad episode of fucking Naruto on my server.
Do it from the back.
Looks like a bad episode in somebody's asshole pulling. Oh my God. I'm in Shiva EX right now, but yeah, it looks like a bad episode of Naruto Shippuden, because like everybody's fucking ninja, and I'm like, y'all can have that shit. I'm just gonna level Pug while I do.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm with you, man. I finished off my Paladin. My Paladin is at like I-110 now.
Well, it's so hard when you have a tank.
I know. It's like I'm leveling everything but Rogue or Ninja at this point.
Yeah, I can't do it right now. I would rather do it in 3.0, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, at that point, I'll be spazzing out about Dark Knight for sure. But
and see, that's my thing. Like, I don't want to tank. Even when I had to get my cross skills for Dragoon, they had to get me kicking and screaming.
Oh, dude, I love tanking though. It's so much fun.
I like it too.
I'm like. You see, I started with Dragoon, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's my shit. That's my main shit. So, like, you have to get me kicking and screaming to fucking tank. And when I found out that, like I pretty much knew that Dark Knight was going to be a tank. Like even when I was at FanFest, I was like, yeah, Dark Knight's going to be a fucking tank. I hope y'all.
I kept saying it, and everyone would be like, no.
Well, it still doesn't make sense.
He's going to be a squishy tank. He's going to be a squishy tank. Like, fuck it, I'll tank.
Magic.
Dark Knight's going to be very different than what we experienced.
Magic Tank. That's no. It's Magic Tank. I'm telling you.
Auto attack with laser beams
trade off. I don't. I don't know about that one. But I'll still take with Dark Knight. But still, I don't know about it.
But were you excited about Dark Knight? I mean, like I don't know. Yeah,
dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like. I told everybody, like, if Dark Knight is a tank, I'm going to fucking tank.
There you go.
Tanking is so easy.
There you go.
No,
it is. Really.
It kind of is. I mean, like,
spam flash.
I don't like being an attention whore. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
It's not an attention whore.
It's actually, like,
easy.
Honestly, like, the tank.
It's the easiest job.
Tank responsibilities, like, are, like, they're like they're like the least responsible member of the party. We have the least amount of mechanics that we have to memorize.
All you have to do is hit the monster, and if it faces you for a second, that's all you gotta do. Just keep hitting your abilities. If the DPS pulls hate, it's their fault. And if you die, it's the healer's fault.
Problem. I'm a melee, so naturally everybody's gonna blame shit on me. Like,
right, that's true. Yeah.
But because I'm a Dragoon, so naturally, and that's another thing I'm excited about, the Goon buff. The Goon buff, I'm so excited about.
Yeah, they did talk a little bit about the Dragoon buff.
And God, I'm so excited.
It's definitely needed, but I'm actually going to go back and echo the sentiments of Fi, our earlier caller. I do think that bards need a buff at this point as well.
Just get rid of the damage penalty on our songs and give us some more songs so we're more of a bard. That's what I say.
No, maybe you'll get more songs in the level cap increase up to 60.
I guess, but I mean, probably.
Are you going to bother? Are you going to Juxta? Are you going to bother taking Bard from 50 to 60? Are you even going to
eventually? Maybe.
So it's going to be sitting there with a completed Nexus, and you're just going to be like,
maybe I'll like glamour it. It'll be one of my glamour jobs.
Oh my god. I swear that is the one thing that you care about in this game. Like legitimately are concerned with. It would be glamoring.
I've been seriously
I have to say, Nero, before anything else, like it was good to meet you in line. I know, dude. Like the first time I met you, like I was in line with Samus and he was right beside me.
Yeah.
And you saw me with a full bottle of Southern Comfort in my bag. I was like,
yep. Now I said, I don't know if I said it out loud. I was like, that's the guy I need to hang out with all night. Like that, I need to keep tabs on him because if he's got the Southern Comfort, then I just need to stay close proximity. So yeah.
And I still to this day, I still cannot believe I won the raffle. Like that's my thing. I still cannot believe
that's so. That was awesome, man.
And on Sunday, I lost my voice, and I wasn't even paying attention. And when I was just randomly looking at my number, and when they announced it, I'm like, shut the fucking front door. Are you fucking serious? Did I win something? Did I really win something?
I was just excited to see someone from our group of friends that had won something, because I mean everyone else, it was hey, it's cool when people win something, but it's like, oh dude, it's Sly, yeah, that was dude. It was
Joe was right beside me, dude. Like he was hype as shit.
Joe's
funny that he did his whole troll.
Joe's troll.
The minute he does his troll, I fucking win something. I'm like, wait, what?
That just makes you look bad.
Something? I'm not trolling. I'm not trying to troll. I actually won something. Like, this is my ticket. And I made sure that it was my ticket. I was like, once I was walking on stage, I'm like, yeah, is this the
right?
number?
Did I get that?
Did I read this number wrong? I don't feel like I won.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like I won until I got on the stage, and he was like, "Yep, this is your number." Oh yeah, shit! Yeah, it's a small bit for you.
So epic, man. So epic. Sly, man, thank you so much for calling up and for playing Limit Break Radio for your listeners in the background. That's so awesome, man. We love being exposed to new audiences. So thanks, dude. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you and Nika, even though you didn't know who the hell I was. I mean, damn. Still.
It's all good. I do now.
You do now.
So Sly, we look forward to running into you at FanFest in the future, as well as we hope that you'll come on again and call the show. So
oh shit, definitely, dude.
Dude, thank you so much for calling up today, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy, man. You my boy, Blue.
That's a great way to go out. That's a great way to end any call. So we've got plenty of callers on the line here, and we're officially at an hour and a half for part one. So we are out of time here for part one. If you send us a message and you're looking to be a caller, don't worry, don't go anywhere. We're definitely going to get you on as a caller here in part two or part three. We still got a whole lot more Limit Break Radio to go through here today as we continue streaming. But as is customary, we do need to take a break because our voices need a little bit of rest. We need to get some water and
need to cool off.
Yes. Well, we don't actually today because it's not 1,000,000 degrees in this room.
Cooling off would still be nice, though.
Yeah, cooling off would still be nice. So that's going to do it for part one. Thank you to all of our callers here this afternoon. Thank you guys so much. If you're listening right now on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in a couple of minutes after we've taken a brief break. And we're going to come back with parts 2 and 3 live here today on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. If you're listening on the podcast, if you want to be a caller or participant in Limit Break Radio in the future, make sure that you're subscribed to us. Twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio is the channel. Follow that and you'll get an email every time we go live, whether it's for gameplay streaming or for the show. You'll be alerted and you'll know when we're going live. If you want to call the show for part 2 or part 3, make sure to send a Skype message over to the Skype account Limit Break Radio, or give us a call. 810-515-8715 is the number to call. You can also leave voicemails for us too, and we're going to try to play those on part 3 here. So if you don't want to be a caller, you just want to leave a canned voice message, you can do that. You can also tweet us. That's at Limit Break Radio on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Comment on our posts, like our posts. That's facebook.com/Limit Break Radio. What else? I'm forgetting something. Hosts at limitbreakradio.com. Send us email. We want to thank everyone. We've gotten tons of email since the last episode where we chastised you guys a little bit for not sending us enough email. We've got plenty of email to go through. We've got the people's opinions about FanFest, as well as the Dark Knight job announcement, and a whole lot more. We've got tons to talk about. So stick around if you're listening on Twitch. That's going to do it for us here at Limit Break Radio for part 1 of episode 11. My name's Nero Grigori, and for Juxtaposition and Nika Kayanian, I'm a Nero. Keep listening.
Wait, I have an announcement.
Live from...
Also, check us out on Friday this week, November 21st. I will be streaming lots and lots of Smash Brothers for Wii U. Check it out Friday. I'll be starting by noon Eastern.
Okay, so there you go. We're going to have some on our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. If you're a Twitch fan or just want to see Juxta get his ass kicked a whole bunch, make sure that you check that out. Again, twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. All right, now that's going to do it for Limit Break Radio. My name's Nero. For Juxtaposition and Nika Kayanian, keep listening.